At Premier Chrysler Jeep Dodge, complete customer satisfaction is the #1 goal. 13,000 I-10 Service Road in New Orleans East. Great specials, the 2016 Chrysler 200 Limited, 0% financing APR for 84 months. The Dodge Charger XST, 20% off MSRP, or the Jeep Grand Cherokee, 0% financing for up to 60 months. Stop by or visit PremierChryslerJeepDodge.com to find the Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram that you're looking for. Ken Trahan, sportsNOLAtv, college football, and a couple of winners and a loser. Let's start in Baton Rouge with the uniforms as LSU opened SEC play against the Bulldogs of Mississippi State, and the Tigers started like gangbusters. Beast mode, Leonard Fournette. He doesn't like defenders getting in his way. He just kind of trashes people. Leonard was outstanding, over 140 yards, a couple of touchdowns in the game. He's back, swatting flies. And this guy getting his first start, and he was good. Danny Etling, look at this throw. LSU has missed this tremendously. A guy that can make the accurate throw. He got receivers involved. 8 different receivers caught passes. That was DJ Chark. The LSU defense coming up big, getting the sack, safety here. Tigers had a good pass rush throughout. And then, of course, just run that zone play, pound it in, scored. LSU was dominating. They're up 23-3 in this game, and it looked like they were just going to coast against State, who they are. Man, great blocking there. Look at this. See you later. And I like the wide receiver blocking downfield as well. That's always a positive sign. And Mississippi State really struggled offensively until this guy came in the game, Damian Williams, but then he got sacked by Arden Key. Fumble, game over. LSU wins 23-20. Leonard Fournette, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. Danny Etling, 19 of 30, 215 yards and a score, no turnovers, and played well. LSU at Auburn this coming week. And sometimes coaches get fixated on players. Mississippi State's coach is fixated on a quarterback, and both times he's gone to Damian Williams, they performed really well against South Alabama and against LSU. It's a good thing they didn't put Williams in earlier if you're an LSU fan in this game.
You're right about that. I mean, you're talking about a tale of two halves here, 23-3, 23-20. And I agree, Etling brought a settling influence to this offense and did things that we haven't seen from Brandon Harris. So that's a positive thing, but they've got to put together 2 good halves against quality teams if this team wants to take advantage and move on.
I'll tell you what, just looking at that ball game, they had a great pass rush. They had a guy to come in one-on-one. Fournette picked him up. I mean, handled him, got a chance to throw the long ball for a touchdown. Come right back, they rolled out to throw a long touchdown. They run it back, went the wrong way, missed the block, and the LSU guy knocked the ball and knocked the man loose. So that was the 2 different in the game at that. Those 2 different plays. LSU picked the blitzing linebacker up, and they didn't pick him up. So you can see that was a different in the ball game.
One of the most underrated facets of a running back is pass protection.
Right.
Leonard Fournette is the whole package rookie. He's a really good receiver out of the backfield. We know he can return kicks. He's a tremendous runner, and obviously pass protection. That's big.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, he had a couple of fumbles yesterday. It was something he don't usually happen. You know, that
Right.
don't happen every now and then when, you're not expecting somebody to hit you from behind. Just like Cruz had yesterday. Whenever a guy don't see you and you come up and knock the ball loose or something, people can go with that. Well, we know that he's going to be the first 5 players in the draft, and that's the whole key, just the idea of coming out this year or next year.
I know LSU fans are not happy about the second half and they had to sweat it out, but a win is a win in the SEC. You take it, move forward.
Yeah, and Etling took advantage of a couple of personnel switches that Cam Cameron did. He moved Dupree in from outside into the slot position, and that seemed to do well for him. He was having trouble getting off the line of scrimmage against more physical corners, took advantage of ability to get out in space, and they took advantage of that. The thing that Etling does give you is that he can make throws, and they have confidence in him.
He's a pro-style quarterback. I mean, that's what he runs, and that's what they run. It fits, and he stays poised in the pocket, and that's important for LSU. Tulane was at home against the Naval Academy. Turned out to be a highly entertaining, competitive game. Navy, as you know, runs it very well, running in space there for the score to take the early lead, but Tulane would answer. Dontrell Hilliard had a really good game, almost 100 yards rushing. So here it is. They had the all-green look going on in this game, and then, of course, you see the good hole in Hilliard with the speed to get there, and he just pounds it into the end zone, and Tulane's in great shape here. You think they're going to win this game, and it came down to a missed field goal, and then Navy took advantage of the field position, and they score and win the game 21-14. Both teams running the ball continuously. Each team only threw 12 passes in the game. Hilliard rushed for 97 yards, and Tulane will host Louisiana Lafayette Saturday. at 7 p.m. So Tulane throws 12 passes. They only complete 3 for 27 yards and only 1 completion to a wide receiver for 5 yards. That's who they're going to be, Brian.
Yeah, and you know, Brantley did not have a very good game, to say the least. But look, this is who they are. They're a top 25 defense, okay, in the country, and they're probably a bottom 25 offense when it comes to throwing the football. They've got good running backs, and when Willie Fritz gets it all together, I like where they're going, actually. I like the direction.
Well, I mean, but the thing about him is, what receiver gonna want to go there?
Oh, you're absolutely right.
That's the only thing.
The ones that leave LSU.
he gonna have to open up and get a receiver a chance, a tight end a chance. I mean, you can have the running backs are great and the linemen is great, but in order to win championships, you can have to open up and have a tight end and receivers too.
Well, for me, if you're gonna have a run over yard in the offense, that's a good thing, and it's what they should do to shorten games and give themselves a chance. But you have to have at least the ability to throw the ball so that you keep a defense honest. And right now, the youngster didn't show the ability to really give them that. So maybe they'll give Glenn Coulier another chance. We'll see.
Yeah, you know, you're right, Ken. They've got to be able to do 2 things and not become one-dimensional. And that you can't advance with that type of football.
Well, of course, on sportsNOLA.com, we have the first NBC Bank Prep Showcase with all kinds of high school games, but we also have college games. And we had a good one this past weekend. The Nicholls State Colonels in action. And there's the Rummel connection. Chase Forcade to Damian Jean-Pierre for a touchdown. Well, I mean, both of these kids are true freshmen, but look at this. You think the Saints are the only ones? How about this? Nicholls State's in control of the game. Blocked field goal. Where'd the pressure come from? Up the middle. What happened? Return it for a touchdown. Now all of a sudden they're in a war. What looked like was going to be a one-sided game turns into a real battle, but they are able to persevere and eventually win this one. And again, great throw, deep ball against them for a touchdown. And this game was going to go down to the last quarter, and Nicholls State holding on by 7. And there's the pick to win the game for the Colonels as they're going to hold on and win this one 35-28. Listen, most encouraging thing about Nicholls State, they got better players, and having a true freshman quarterback already playing at the level he's playing at, Chase Forcade, is a big deal. He's going to be a 4-year starter for them, and he's good.
And it makes it exciting football, okay? Rummel's all over the airwaves. You got Damian Williams for Mississippi State. You got these guys at Nicholls State. They're everywhere, Ken.
Well, Jay Roth's a great coach at Rummel,
he
but
is.
Ricky, when you have Damian Williams for 4 years as your quarterback, then Chase Forcade for the next 3, that helps a little bit, doesn't it?
I mean, and the way Forcade throwing the ball and the way he looked, I mean, I don't understand how LSU didn't recruit him real heavy, because LSU got great receivers and great tight ends and stuff. He'd have been perfect for that offense.
All about height, man.
Oh, man.
All about height.
I mean, Drew Brees not tall.
No, he's listed at 6 feet, but they're going to do that every time, for that matter, Tulane, right? Back in just a moment to talk high school football on WHNO.